Favorite aspect or addition to stream?
Well, I wasn't very sure what to say about this, so I went out for like the best addition to the stream is myself. No, the best addition to the stream is well, I would go with Lyran board. I don't know if you know this software. I think with the software you can do like endless things, and from all the things you can do, I'm gonna go with a voice changer because I think that's part of like that was the first time I explored like this software. It's like you can do basically like animations, you can connect the channel points, you can connect like chat commands, anything with your computer, with software in your computer, so it's very good. So yeah, I have like this channel redemption, which is the high pitch. Well, now I have low pitch too, and I like that a lot, and I want to explore more because you could actually change your voice to do like in an RPG, like that where you have to read each character. You could actually change your voice instead of like doing like me trying to do like voice acting, which is doesn't come out really well.
Don't sell yourself short, Agus.
It sounds all the same. So yeah, I would say that, and maybe like also the channel relation of History of Westeros. I like that one a lot. So I just read some history from like Game of Thrones.
That gigantic
like the
tome
Game of
you've
Thrones
got.
books. So I guess when I become really famous, I have to pay royalties to that guy. But until then, I guess I can read it.
I really love the I love the high pitch redemption because because like it's automated, so it's seamless, but B, because it's seamless, often you don't know until it happens. So often the first thing you'll say in high pitch is, "Oh, high pitch," which I love.
We are in high pitch now, guys, and also I don't know when it finishes, so I'm always confused of like, are people hearing me right or like, yeah.
No, that's awesome. Excellent addition. Do you use that software? Is that just on your PC?
Yeah, like you can have it like in the tablet or in the phone too, like to control it as a like, how do you call them? You just bought one like desk.
Like a Stream Deck?
A Stream Deck.
Yeah, Stream Deck. Stream Deck. You can have it in your tablet or your phone as a Stream Deck, and you can add as many buttons as you want. But yeah, I use it in the PC. I try to do everything automatic because I don't want to be pressing buttons. If it's a deck, it would be easier, but since it's the computer, you have to go to a different monitor. And but honestly, like the options are like endless. Like I need more time. It's a very hard software to learn, I think. Well, not hard, but it takes a lot of time to learn something very small. But it's something like Photoshop, I would say, for editing pictures. Like it takes a long time to learn, but once you learn, the possibilities are like endless. So yeah, I highly recommend it to anyone who is streaming and want to like do cool things.
So I was thinking about it, and I guess it's a fairly recent thing I've added, and it's a channel points redemption for reading poetry, for reading weird cryptic poetry, and I don't know, I have a bunch of weird cryptic poetry that I wrote like fucking 6 or 7 years ago. I got like 200 of these poems. I'm like, what? So I was kind of inspired because Porto, you were just kind of reading stuff on stream, doing the world history, just feeling like you could just read something randomly on stream. And then another streamer was like reading riddles. They had a channel points redemption for riddles. That's Slopcore again. For a little bit, he did that. I was just like, I got all these fucking poems, and Tumblr's gonna explode one of these days. So let's back these up and use them for the stream. And I recently made a new sound effect command because what I was gonna say originally was my sound effects. And I don't have a lot, but it's like they're pretty curated. You know, they're from games or just happenings that like. I let my sound effects develop really naturally. But anyways, one of the new ones is a snap. I literally took this drum machine back here, assigned a snap sound to each of these 16 pads, and designed like a snap, like if we were in a beatnik room, like snapping all together. So now there's exclamation point snaps for when I read get channel points redemption for reading the weird cryptic poetry. And I don't know, that tickles me lately.
I love that it's something you created years ago. and kept thinking there might be a use for this in the future. Because most things I've created and kept in pads, I've always told myself I'll use it in the future, and then I just never have. But you've actually managed to do it. Love it.
I always wanted to make like a coffee table book, like just publish my own thing, with my do-it-yourself. But I was just like, this is way better. It's a way better use of all this nonsense.
Oh,
I like the snaps. I have some like hipster musician friends that started doing that randomly. Like they started snapping every time they approved of what I said. But I thought they were trying to get my attention, and I was like, I'm already talking to you, like, because they look at me and snap, and I'm like, did I miss something? I love that though.
I will run out of poems eventually, so enjoy it while it lasts. I'll have to write new poems on the spot, but then that's just the freestyling. So it's like, I don't know.
But you said, I think you've got like 70 something, right?
I got 200.
Oh my God.
I think we've read through 33 or 34 poems so far.
Oh,
Wow. So we have 170 left.
Are you reading through it in chronological order?
I think they were saved in the order they were written. But some of them were like, again, it's from an archive of my old Tumblr. And some of those were like even older pieces that were first, archived there digitally. And so it's a deep, it might be depressing. It might be edgy. You never know what you're going to get. Might be optimistic. Who knows?
Yeah, I've been really enjoying a channel redemption for switching to French for 5 minutes. Because since I've been back in Western Canada, I've felt my grasp of that language slipping, and so I try to do things like listen to the French radio station, because we're bilingual like that. We've got that, and keep up with it. But here's a secret for you guys. I hate channel redemptions. I hate them. I hate everything about them.
Yeah.
I hate being a monkey. But this one has been fun because there's been so many times where like I'm mid conversation and then somebody will just smack me with French for 5 minutes and I can't explain what's going on in the game. I can't explain what we were talking about. And I have to like keep talking to somebody that I was already conversing with and trying to like pick the best words that they may figure out what I'm saying. So that's been a lot of fun. But I think overall, sometime in about October, early November, I decided to cut back on the production of the channel and really allow for really sort of like honest hot take conversations to take place. Whereas I feel like on Twitch, people are very concerned about, can you say that? Can you not say this? Can you talk about this? What's the TOS? You hear that every day. And I've tried to make, while trying to make my channel as inclusive as it can to anybody that shows up, I don't put up with bullying or anything like that. I try to say everything's okay to talk about, right? If you can defend it good enough, then I'm not going to kick you off the channel. So I think really just kicking back and letting it feel a lot more living room hangout than anything has been my favorite addition to my channel.
An addition by subtraction, minimalist approach.
Yeah, and I guess so. But I don't want to sound like tight and say like I don't have any fancy bells and whistles. It just felt more like something I wanted to sit down and do, rather than sort of get my head wrapped up in like, what can I do here? What can I do here? It's like, just do what you wanted to do in the first place, Well,
that's
the next Rush Limbaugh.
That's a very interesting point, though. This idea of not liking channel points and not wanting to be a monkey dancing for people. I'm sure we all have a take or a stance on that. It is, you see that sometimes. I think I've probably seen it in all your streams and in anybody's stream I've been in long enough. You see that moment where for some reason people in chat decide to just converge and just redeem 17 things at once to make it kind of, I don't know, inconvenient or something. I don't know what they're trying to do, but you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
50 hydrates?
50 hydrates, do some push-ups, all these kind of things. I get people who like to do request fun facts when I step into a boss arena in a Souls game. They just like for me to give them a fun fact at that point. I've been a perpetrator sometimes. I've definitely in
too.
Agus's channel redeemed put your paws up during boss battles.
I mean, it's for that, to be honest. It's
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
boss battle.
Have you guys been able to strike that balance though that Cranberry has between feeling like you have an interactive sort of channel, but not feeling like you're just at the mercy of the whims of the nefarious Twitch chat?
Yeah, man. Pro Strat, you can put cooldown timers on your yeah, and I had to do that because I had people having me do chair spins every like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get anything done, so I put like a 10-minute cooldown on it. And now, yeah, go ahead and redeem it as long as you're able to.
Yeah.
So
Cooldowns and limits.
Oh yes, cooldowns and limits. Absolutely.
For each stream, like 5 hydrates or something like that.
Yep.
Yeah. Or making it more expensive. Like my Spider-Man thing is getting more and more expensive, as Porto's special stream has been getting more and more expensive as well.
Man, that's the extra stream redemption. That's not long for this world. It's not long for this world. That's
brave, is what that is.
I just didn't think anyone would get to 50,000 channel points. I'm like, like I couldn't conceive of a world in which that would happen to my stream.
Porto, you're so naive.
Well, yeah. And then I keep putting it up by 10,000 every time. And there's just always someone who's like 5,000 off it. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't think it'll last forever, that redemption.
Yeah, that balance of feeling like you're not being manipulated through the channel points to having fun with it. I struggle with that a lot throughout the year. I feel like you gotta just add more options that will get used is another thing. Just keep growing it so that you're not trapped into the one thing of 50,000 push-ups because people are sadistic.
Yeah.
But yeah, the cooldowns and timers essential.
Hey,
yeah, and remove them for like some streams. Like when I do the speedrun, I will remove like most of the redemptions. So you just can turn it off.
This is the best part of Cyberpunk, is I've turned off basically all my redemptions because I was like, fuck you guys, I'm playing this game. Yeah. You're not going to get me to do push-ups in the middle of a boss. It's not happening.
So I started streaming in July, and I've had like I've seen a pretty steady growth, and I'm really happy with that. And so I was trying to think like, what has attributed the most to that growth? And I thought about stream avatars. Stream avatars has been awesome. I love it. Some different channel point redemptions, like tell a story. Like those are always really fun for me because I just make up lies, or I like give the plot to Shawshank Redemption and pretend that I was there. And but then I realized that my favorite addition to the stream has been viewers. Because for like 2.5 months, I had no viewers and I was just talking to no one. And then suddenly I started, like, I met you guys and started getting some growth, and you guys would come by the stream. And I've got people like, shouts out to Swede 420 Toker, shouts out to Confetti Hearts, shouts out to Carrion, people that come to like every stream. Kiwi the Pirate, you guys love her, you know her. So that's my favorite addition, has been like people that make it fun because they interact with the stream.
So are you suggesting that you pay those people to add them into your stream?
Absolutely. I pay them all. Yeah.
I guess not much.
Yeah.
Wow, way to make us all seem like assholes, Trout. We're all talking about like these,
My
I got
viewers.
this redemption, I bought this thing. I like people, on the other hand.
Yeah. No, he dunked on us. It's fine.
Well, Porto, you are lucky that you comes after him, but there is no more chance for Audax, Cranberry, and me.
Yeah, interesting. I actually it's about the people. No, I mean that's that. Like I went through a similar thing though as well. Like I was streaming for nobody for ages, when you first get that people returning and people who you recognize, and you sort of develop that rapport, that does make the streaming experience what a stream should be, I think. And that's probably part of what I enjoyed about Morrowind the most, was that's where I started to get retaining people and sort of building people around me and learning more about people.
Same here, man. That's a good game for like pulling people in, and people that have never played it enjoy watching it. But then you also get those people that are like absolute Morrowind addicts and know everything about the game. It's really fun, man. It's a good game.
And also you can tell people like it's a game that, Jesus Christ, are we just talking about Morrowind again? It's a game where people
I got a question about Morrowind.
can backseat, but you can also just tell them that you're not going to do it and they don't mind. I found that no one's ever really gotten pissed off with me for not doing, like I was the other day in Tribunal, I was at this really fucking hard boss. And everyone was suggesting if I use this scroll and this potion because I was dying a bunch and this and that. And at one point I was just like, you guys are overwhelming me. I'm just going to cheese it by getting on the roof and shooting it with arrows. And people are okay with that because like, I don't think anyone expects you to go about things in the same way.
Yeah, is Morrowind a game that's friendly to someone who's never played it before? Because I know Trout and Porto, you both were experienced with Morrowind.
No, I'd never played it before. I'd never played it before.
Oh, really?
No, it was my first time. Yeah. It's
All
awesome.
right.
It's awesome. I think that's part of the fun of streaming it is it can go anywhere.
I'm sorry for assuming. I thought you were... I thought the lore was deeper than I thought.
Oh.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
No, yeah. My only recommendation if you're new to Morrowind is watch some videos on YouTube, like beginners videos, because it's important how you build your character. If you build a bad character, it's not going to be fun. So like watch some of those videos. But other than that, you can just jump right in and you know enough about Elder Scrolls that it's going to be pretty familiar, you know. So
my favorite addition to stream, I actually, when I was looking at these questions a couple of weeks ago, I started freaking out because I didn't know how to answer this question, and so that actually prompted me to buy a Stream Deck, so I had something to talk about. The Stream Deck's been fantastic, and I think it is a great addition, but I have subsequently realized there is a redemption on my stream that I've really enjoyed, and hasn't always worked, but when it does, it's really fun, and that's the Summon Spudsy redemption that I have.
It's good.
It's on the one hand, it's kind of cool because I get to not speak for 5 minutes. I get to just like focus on gaming or whatever. And I think on the other hand, it's a community thing, you know. It's letting Spudsy roast me for people and talk. It's basically he just talks shit on me for 5 minutes, and that's what I want it to be. Like that's the point, right? And the other day, you know, you can kind of do things with it. The other day we were in Morrowind and Spudsy got summoned, and he's always kind of reluctant as well. It's often like 1:30 a.m. for him. He's like, oh god, I guess I will. And then you get him on in the first minute, he's like, what am I supposed to say? But you just, you know, you make him do it. And so I took him to just where I had all the books, and I made him read a Morrowind book, The Lusty Argonian Maid, and you can just have fun with it, and I like that. I like that kind of integration of other personalities, and you know, it's a chance for me to shut the fuck up. I get sick of my voice too. Stream Deck's cool, also very fun. Highly recommended.
Dude, my mods don't roast me. They just ghost me. They like never show up to my stream. They'll come in for like 5 minutes and be like, "Hey, what's up? I'm leaving. Bye." I'm like, "Okay, mod, see you."
Thanks, I guess.
Don't worry, I got it.
My mod is there all the time, except I'll just say something, and he's not there, and I'll like without fail, I go look at Twitch, and Porto's playing GeoGuessr, and I'm like, I know where Kai is now. I know exactly where he is.
He sometimes,
and sure enough, I go there in Albania. Like
he sometimes comes in for like 2 minutes just to ask when I'm playing GeoGuessr, because he doesn't give a fuck about anything else I do.
Yeah,
but if it's GeoGuessr, he's on board. I respect.
He just come into my stream to spam sound command.
Yes.
Yeah.
He doesn't
Beep
even
3,
know.
Kai, beep 3.
Yep.
Shouts out to mods though, right? Shouts out to mods for like an awesome year of lots of help and lots of assistance. It's definitely like there are streams where I would not have been able to handle the stream if it wasn't for a couple mods being in there to like deal with chat and to direct people and that kind of thing. So shouts out to mods.
Yeah, big shout out.
Yeah.
I had actually during one of the Summon Spudsies was one of the biggest disasters I've ever had on stream.
I was there.
Where everything fell to pieces while Spudsy was summoned.
Yeah.
And like I got to give it to him, like he held it down, you know, like he was the conduit between. So there was a shot of my ass frozen in the webcam as I'm bending over trying to like figure out like a USB port or something like that. And it was just like that for 20 minutes with Spudsy, now the streamer. Yeah, so fucking shout outs to you, dude.
If you feel better, I arrived when the us was there, and we were having a blast in the chat.
We were
Yeah.
loving it.
And I was actually saying, like, should we actually joke when Porto comes back? And Spazi was saying, like, okay, maybe not. Don't make jokes. Maybe we just should be wholesome for a while, because we were. Yeah, so he was kind of saying, like, don't be mean to Porto.
What a fucking
Yeah.
sweetheart. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, mods are the best. So I think we're at the point now of we've spoken about some of the things that we feel have been the best, the worst, the most interesting of this year. But we're moving into a new year. And I guess it's prediction time. This is kind of, I guess, a little looser. We don't have any specifics here, but just vague general predictions for 2021. Shall we get into it?
Let's get into it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Aguskun.
Oh, I don't like to go first in this one, but I guess.
Why don't we switch up the order? I was just thinking that. Let's go from Porto over to Aguskun.
Okay, if you want. If you want.
All right.
So now I can't copy anything. God damn it. Now I don't have anything original to say. So
Let's add that randomizer here.
I had two things that I thought for 2021. I have a negative one and a positive one. I'm gonna stick with the positive one because I feel like I've been bitching a lot lately in life, and I'd like to stay positive. 2021, Silk Song, the sequel to Hollow Knight, I think will be one of the games of the year, if not the game of the year. I think there'll be bigger name titles that are going to come out, and I think Silk Song is going to be really good. And one of the reasons I say this is obviously I'm a big Hollow Knight fan, but the studio Team Cherry have been very conservative with their release date, and in the communication to the media that they've said they really need to get it right. And I really respect that. They're not crunching. They're just taking the time to make something that either equals or exceeds the original. And I really believe in that process. And I like that they're a small enough studio, even though the game was was a runaway success. They're a small enough studio, I think, to be able to do that without too much backlash. And so, I really, part of this is a prediction, but part of it is a hope. I really hope it's one of the games of the year.
Yeah, I'd be looking forward to playing that, because that first one really kind of was the first Metroidvania for me that was like, okay, this is a genre that people care about, and people are advancing, you know?
Yeah, and shouts out to developers that take the time to put out a good game without abusing their employees.
Yes.
That's so any developer, whether they're big or small, that can handle doing that, shouts out, dude. Mad respect.
It reflects that they believe in the product and they believe in the goal. They want to have the legacy of something that was worthwhile, which I really respect. All right, I'll make my negative one too. I think 2021 is going to be the year that Twitch either survives or dies. I don't mean streaming, but I think Twitch as a platform. I think there's been a lot of shit going on with Twitch this year. It might be because that I'm involved in it that I'm thinking that it's more serious than it actually is. That could be a possibility. But I feel like this might be a year that a platform really makes a challenge. If some more DMCA stuff happens, if some more weird ad stuff happens, if some just more fuckery of small streamers happens remember the raid shit that happened, just little things like that. Maybe YouTube comes in and says, well, hey guys, and offers some new feature, or maybe another company comes through. I feel like I don't know if Twitch is going to die, but I just feel like this might be a year where maybe an actual challenger comes. We'll see.
Well, I think that's probably pretty likely. If it's not this year, it'll be at some point, because Twitch is kind of like the Netflix of of what it does.
Mm.
And for years, Netflix was the only like online streaming service that was reliable and good. And then you had a year where Hulu came in, and then you have like Disney Plus, HBO Max, you have all these services. So I see the same thing happening at some point, maybe not 2021, but it'll like diverge and the market will like kind of break it up. So
I think it would be a good thing though. You know, competition helps.
Oh yeah. Well, we saw it. We saw an attempt at it, and we saw clearly how difficult it can be. I mean, when Mixer tried to, Mixer run by Microsoft. Like, this is not like a company that didn't have money, right? And then they threw those 25 million or whatever at Ninja to stream exclusively on there, and then they went under, right?
Yeah.
So it's clearly not an easy road to go down. It's not an easy thing to build. I think it takes a lot of money. I don't know how much Amazon makes off of Twitch compared to how much they spend on it. You know what I mean?
yeah, and part of it's just being the first to market,
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Twitch was the first like big platform that hit like, with what it does, the service it offers. So it takes a while to build something that has that name recognition and has that like all the features that Twitch has and stuff. So, but yeah, like I said, I see it happening at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Monopolies
It will
are good.
benefit us for sure. I mean, it will benefit everyone.
Agreed.
It would benefit even Twitch as a company. Like Microsoft never wanted Apple to like fail, and I think they don't want to be the only ones. They want to be the top ones. So I think it will benefit everyone in the industry if there are more like streaming platforms.
All right, so 2021, guys, is basically going to be the sequel to 2020. It's going to be bigger, it's going to be better, but in all the bad ways. So, first of all, people are going to feel more isolated. They're going to feel less connected with the people around them. People are going to trust authority less. You're going to see more protesting, more rioting, more, burning down buildings and throwing rocks, and you're going to see more political upheaval globally. Doesn't matter where you're at. There's going to be all kinds of riots. People are going to be murdered in the streets. A lot of starvation, a lot of tragedy. As complexity in the world increases, more people are going to be adopting radical ideologies. You're going to see Nazis. You're going to see hardcore state communists. You're going to see anarcho-capitalists just going around buying and selling people and child porn, all kinds of crazy stuff. But with that said, as the world burns around us, we'll get to watch Baldur's Gate 3, and it's going to be awesome.
Oh my god.
Show's
Can't
over.
fucking wait. Can't wait.
See you guys.
It's going to be a good year.
Yeah.
So long as Baldur's Gate 3 drops.
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
This year of 2021, everybody will have forgotten about this cyberpunk drama that has happened right now. It will be applauded as one of the best games to come out in the last 10 years. And the people who made horrible reviews about it and wrote a bunch of, first to newsstand reviews will be writing, just mark my words, they're going to be writing killer reviews and how this is the best game they've ever played. It's so fleshed out. They've made all these changes, but realistically, the company's just going to patch a few bugs. It's going to be the same game it is right now, and everybody's going to love it. But I did have another slight prediction, and it kind of, I won't go through it entirely, but it goes off of what Porto was saying. And it's, like, we've touched on all of this. Twitch itself has become, it's, for a lot of people, it does replace TV, right? It's like, it's an extra YouTube kind of, it's another channel almost, right? I do think we'll see other options, but more finely or focused in a bit more, I think what we're going to start to see is creators, Twitch creators. And I'm thinking specifically these big ones like Dr. Disrespect and Ninja, who got these massive deals, right? And then basically got paid out when Disrespect was banned on Twitch and Mixer went under, right?
Yeah.
there were a lot of these streamers, Shroud, you name them, that got huge deals, and now they're just sitting on piles of money, and they're not affiliated with anybody. They're free to do with that money what they will. So I think there's a lot of interest. I've heard some rumblings, and I think we may start to see a Twitch-like made by creators who understand what it is creators want to do and what freedoms creators want to have.
The Twitch
So
rebellion. I like it.
Yeah, exactly. And whether it's successful or not, I don't know, but I predict it'll happen.
I wonder how much money it costs to really like to get to start one of these things. Like, I have no idea what the costs would be.
Well, it costs money, but you don't have to pay much for your workers because they have to pay to buy the PC, but they have to buy the games for themselves. They have to invest all the time. You don't have to pay for insurance. You don't have to pay for pension. So all your workers come for free, basically, which is us.
It's just a setup cost. And then you just make some money.
It's the new future. It's Uber Eats, Uber. Yeah, you don't have to pay for anything. Like, just you have to buy.
Economy. I spend more on Twitch, like subbing to other streamers and donating bits, than even close to what I make. You know, so I'm just like dumping that money back in. And the Amazon's pocketing it. I know.
And if I count like the PC, the microphone, yeah, so many things. Like, they don't provide anything, and it's the dream for a company. So I don't think it costs much. It costs to start because you obviously have to pay people to the servers, this and that. I'm not an expert on that, but when it comes compared with other companies that have to have a place to rent, they don't have to rent any place for their workers because we use our own house. So at the end of the day, it can be done.
And I think it's fine to be done so long as I mean, I couldn't expect to see a streaming service that's like, apply here and we'll give you a wage. I just don't think that's ever going to happen. But if you have a service that is hopefully understood, it's run by creators, so they like, if they can understand, these are the things that piss people off on Twitch, these are the things that piss people off on Mixer. Things aren't clear. Like, even if a company just came out and said you can't play any music on the thing, right, until further notice, but Twitch doesn't do that, right? It's like, no, we're gonna go into your backlog and ban you for your old stuff. Just these shady business moves, right? Hopefully that aren't done by people who have been involved in this business before on the creator side.
I disagree with Cyberpunk.
Sure.
I think I think it probably will be a great game by the critics, but people don't change their mind. Like, that's too nice. I think that's naive. Like, people, once they have an idea this game is bad, they are gonna keep on thinking it's bad. Like, not everyone, obviously, but
I think it would. Go ahead, Cran. Sorry.
Well, look at No Man's Sky, right? Look at No Man's, like, nobody remembers the hate, and the developers wouldn't answer their Twitter for 2 months after the game got released. Like this was like dumpster fire of a game, right? And they lied. Like, CD Projekt Red was dishonest, but Hello Games like flat out lied. Can you do this in your game? Yeah, you can. No, you can't. And now it just won some awards, and everybody loves No Man's Sky. It's a great game. Nobody says a bad word about it. I remember when that was the talk of the internet. Shameful. I'll never play that game. Here it is, selling millions of copies. And I think that's how fickle the average consumer is. And it's done.
Like, when it was released, it was bare bones, like trash, kind of. Yep. And only through like years of updating it and adding all this new free content has it gotten to the point where it's like kind of acceptable to like that game.
Yeah.
So hopefully, Cyberpunk, maybe it's a balance of that, where some of it is just like too much hype and some of it is real problems that the game has that hopefully the publisher addresses or the creator addresses. And maybe with a combination of the hype train dying down and them fixing some issues, you'll end up with, like you said, a very good game that will kind of go down in history as a great game.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I like that you brought up No Man's Sky, because my question was going to be, can they do that without doing a re-release? Like, a Game of the Year edition or like a definitive edition. And No Man's Sky didn't do that. So that answered my question.
Yeah, but I mean, like, am I wrong in assuming that CD Projekt Red. I believe CD Red released their DLCs for The Witcher for free. Yeah, and they have stated that they plan to do this with Cyberpunk. They said at least 5 years ago that they plan to follow the Rockstar model, where they make massive, ambitious games that are worked on for years at a time.
Mm-hmm.
So it never entered my mind that this game was going to launch. Whereas, like, I heard people talking about, like, you can go in every single building, man. You can do, like, it was like, are you serious? No, like, this, none of this is happening. And if you're setting yourself up for this, you're setting yourself up for massive disappointment. And it has. And I think they're just going to add to this massive work. People are just going to forget all about when it sucked.
Yeah, I wonder if it all it takes with, you know, that as well is just for the next thing for people to hate because everyone's excited about it. Like once once like Final Fantasy 16 maybe starts getting hyped, or I don't know, whatever it'll be, whatever AAA game.
People already are hating on Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah, fuck that game.
But that's what I mean. Like, that's like, why should we listen to anybody? We've seen a cinematic trailer. Like, if you have an opinion about it, you should be written off right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a real bad fake blood splatter in that Final Fantasy 16.
Okay, there is. Yeah, there is.
So I was just thinking about the nefariousness of Twitch in general, and I was thinking about this is so my prediction is actually already kind of real. I realize is because it's so channel points. So they've been doing all this nonsense bullshit where people are getting these beta features for new stuff to do with the channel points. Like, Cranberry, you got the gamble with your fucking channel points with your Monopoly dollars.
Predictions,
and we both got the boost thing that happened recently.
What is the boost?
And it's like the boost was like a community, because the first they added the community channel points thing where people like pull for a goal, whether it was like play a game or whatever. You got to set it just like any channel points reward. But then Twitch was like, hey, you want to basically buy ad clicks or ad space with your channel points? Get your community to all slop a bunch together.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, they're just gonna keep fucking around with channel points. And eventually they're just gonna make it so you can buy channel points. Oof. I just bet, and it kind of is, because so what I mentioned is that if you subscribe, you get like a higher rate of channel points increase, right? And they really, early in the year, they really cut like how you naturally build up channel points, like just through watching and whatever. Like they purposely cut that rate down, and now they're trying to be like, look what you can do with all your channel points. It's like, why'd you kneecap the ability to get the channel points? It's because they're going to make you buy the channel points, just straight up like bits.
The question is, will we get to see some of that money when people buy channel points? Because if so, I'm fine with that.
I don't think so.
Well, see, my thing is, if they were going to replace, this is what I'm thinking right now. So maybe I haven't thought. Like, if they do that, would they just replace bits?
No, this is an extra added.
They wouldn't just add them together and say bits do this now. You know what I mean? Because that's how I would imagine
channel bits.
Yeah, because otherwise people would just revolt instantly. No, I don't want to play different things on Twitch, right? I think I could see them more doing like.
But I remember back when bits was this big controversial thing, and streamers would try to refuse bits, avoiding the puddle, a Tekken player. He had a very fun arc with the fuck bits, and now my overlords tell me to enjoy the bits.
Yeah,
it's I don't know. I feel like they're looking for any way they can squeeze us.
But they're already monetizing channel points, because if you subscribe, you get more channel points. So
so in a way, they already do that. So it's like, but they're thinking. I get the feeling with all these beta testing shit they're doing with the channel points is that they have something up their sleeves where they're like, we're trying to show how fun channel points can be and all these different new features with it. Here's how you can maybe get more channel points. Or like boosters, like buy a thing so that channel points across all of Twitch, you get like a higher gain. Right. Like they're gonna do something. It's gonna be creepy. I hope we can see it.
I can see it.
Yeah, me too.
I'm happy with them trying new things and whatnot, but 50% of the subscription for them is too much.
Yeah.
I'm Twitch. Give me half your shit.
Yeah. What is it for partners? What's the split?
I think you negotiate, but I
Oh, you
heard 75 to you. But if you're big enough, then you negotiate it.
Okay.
Like, because I think when you're a partner, there's some sort of contract that you work out, because there's all sorts of special things that you get to do. You get promoted more, right? Like,
yeah, I think I'm okay with it so long as it doesn't. Yeah, like Trout said, so long as we get to see a bit of the action. But I guess that remains to be seen.
I don't know. I don't trust them.
yeah, I just don't like it either. I don't like 1,000 ways to give me and Twitch money on my channel. You know what I mean? Like, I've hesitated to even put up a donation thing because.
See, I feel like we need to bring back donation.
No,
links.
we do.
Yeah,
it's the way to go. It's just you can't not accept bits, can you?
I don't think so. Yeah,
I don't think there's a way to opt out. I think there maybe used to be a way to opt out, but
and same with
I
like
think
subs.
it's instilled now.
I just don't like the whole can we just have like one way to donate money to me, no bits, and Amazon can take their cut of the subs, right? Like,
I think it's the gamification of the gaming platform, though, right? Like people, I played a lot of Magic Online, and Magic Arena is one of those games where they've got multiple currencies.
Yeah,
there's like the currency that you earn just by playing, but then there's the currency you can pay to get. Like there's the crystals and the coins, and then you can exchange things for that. But you can only buy that with this on this certain day. And I think the complexity, I think, sucks in a certain person. And I mean, for me, because I'm just an old grumpy old man, it just like confuses me a little bit. But I think it gets some people.
My prediction is like the streamer union won't be created.
Won't.
Oh,
I want to, but I don't think it will. But we should. If we say to Twitch, like, okay, like you give us 60% of the subs, or we don't buy any bits anymore. Because how many bits come from the people who are not partner from us? And how many subs come from us? So I don't know, like we need to push somehow because we are a lot of people. I think that's like but my prediction is like it won't be created because I don't think there is that talk at all. Like it's difficult to create unions for people who actually work in offices. So imagine for us that we are in different countries. So it's just a dream.
It would be good though. But it's one of those things that I'm waiting for someone to lead a charge and then I'll jump on board. I'm not going to start it.
Wait for them to possibly take the bullet.
We don't even know how to start it, I think.
Yeah, where would I start?
Yeah. But anyway, I hope like Cyberpunk is a lesson for game developers in 2021 and in the future about deadlines, about crunch, all those things. I don't know if it's gonna be a lesson or not because I think the game sold a lot. So at the end of the day, the investor got their money. So I guess if they are happy, they don't care. But I hope, like, I don't know, like the backlash and everything that's happening is like you shouldn't have like these deadlines. Like, I think many games like Ragnarok, like God of War Ragnarok, it might be released next year, but they haven't said anything at all.
Yeah.
So I think that's smart. Like or like Silk Song, like Hollow Knight. They haven't said anything. It could drop anytime, I think, because they've been developing for a long time. So I hope that's the way to go. And the other prediction is like we are all gonna get either banned or partner. No middle ground.
Yeah, I like that one. I love that one.
That's a challenge.
I hope in the partner. I'm in the partner group. I hope.
Banned.
Not in the ban.
I think I'm a coin flip.
Yeah.
I'll shoot the partner.
How long do you guys seriously think getting partnered? What do you think the average time of a Twitch stream to get partnered would be?
Oh,
yeah, to guess.
I've only seen one person that I kind of started around the same time as do it.
That's very quick.
Only one.
Like within a year, that's lightning speed.
Yeah.
At least I think it is.
What is the secret, Audax?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we all gotta become clean streamers. No more f-bombs. I don't know.
But like that's interesting, and I've done a lot of thinking about the people that I see grow on a smaller level, and then I see like I don't even like World of Warcraft, but one of the biggest streamers on this platform is Asmongold. And Asmongold doesn't give two shits about what he's right?
Mhm.
Like that guy lives in a filth dungeon. He is a troll, right? And he broadcasts it to 50,000 plus people every day.
But he didn't start this year. I'm just saying.
No, what I'm saying is I think that's not the key, is to become a clean streamer.
Definitely, yeah, I don't know. But you look at these things and you question your brain. You're like, what are they doing? I mean, is it become the top of your category? Is it to choose a category? Is it to choose a particular game? Is it to be World of Warcraft or the retro category? Or it's like
I think it's like Grant's saying, man, it's being genuine. Like I mean, that's second. The biggest thing you can do to become partner is have tits.
Yeah.
I wasn't blessed in that way. So yeah, just being genuine, and whether or not you're saying, the F word.
No, because I genuinely feel that like that streamer is just, they have kids. They try not to curse anyways. Like,
yeah, I do want to say that just to go off on what you said. I know it's a joke, and you're joking about to be a good streamer have tits, but that's a whole other problem for female streamers that I know. Is sometimes they've said like they've amassed this quick following that they can get 30 or 40 people in their chat, but they're all like there for the tits, for lack of a better way of saying it, and then these streamers find themselves not really able to have fun because they're just trying to play games and interact with the community. So it's kind of like,
and they're getting like DMs that are like, "You're so cute."
Yeah, exactly. And it's kind of like 6 of one, half a dozen the other. One, like like you either get, you're either not a sex bomb, so nobody wants to talk to you, or you are, so nobody wants to talk to you about the things you're really interested in. Right? So it's a double-edged sword.
Sorry, you got chat.
Oh, I was just going to say the takeaway there is that tits are a blessing and a curse.
Yeah.
There you go. Yes, absolutely.
The thing that I would hate the most if I was a booby streamer that had lots of people that had the hots for me is all of the assistance you get. Like there's always like one guy in there who like they seem to feel like this person who clearly has played games all their life needs help. Do you want some help? Like there's this real patronizing, like, let me help you through this, let me guide you through this, that I just wouldn't be able to fucking handle. Like it would just break me.
Yeah, I don't like the term mansplaining, but that is a perfect example of like, it's like, come on, dude. Like I wouldn't let that fly in my stream. So I don't know why you're going to some random like teen girls stream and doing it.
It's crazy.
Coming back to what the secret of getting bigger. In Twitch, like I think like what Audax was saying about getting clean and what Cranberry was saying, like it's not related because this big streamer is. I think this is it's not the same grow than being a big streamer. Like I really genuinely believe that any of us with our stream right now, if we had like 10,000 viewers, we will maintain 10,000 viewers. We don't need to change many things because you already have them, and they make half of the stream, to be honest, or more, because they will talk to you. You have mods that help you. You get more help. Now it's all by ourselves. Like we have the help of the mods and the people who come. I'm not saying like I think we are all very thankful for the people who come to see us. But I mean, when you have all the 10,000 people watching you, it's way easier to attract more people. You don't need to work as hard as people who are on the bottom of the ladder. So I think you can be like you can do like a low quality stream being bigger, but you cannot afford that like being smaller. Let's say if that makes sense.
I guess, but I still think the
momentum is real. It's what it seems like, at least.
Anybody can come out with. How many sitcoms get released? I mean, maybe this is a bad one because sitcoms don't get released as much as they used to when I was a teenager. But how many? Like, they'd always start the season with like 10 of them, and they're all the fucking same garbage. There's only ever one Seinfeld that breaks through, or Friends, right? And they're all different from those other those other projects. And those other projects, you can say, well, wow, good for you. You made it on NBC or you made it on TV, right? But it's like these other ones stay because they're different. Something in my head is like, I don't know. I think you have to trust in who you are, and you have to trust that through the slow process. Well, yeah, through the process, you'll attract the amount of people that you will attract.
Yeah, I do think though that there is a tipping point of discoverability, where the momentum I've not reached it, but there is that point where, yeah, if you are always in the top few of a particular game, then people are just drawn to you, right? And
because that's just how browsing is set up.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. And then suddenly you're on the front page, like you're just, when people go to Twitch, you're just immediately playing. You know how they have that at the top, whatever that is, and I'm sure that brings a lot. It's like a rich get richer thing. I'm not sure what getting there takes. I probably believe in the slow growth, the slow climb, while trying to develop, for lack of a better term, winning practices, or successful practices. Yeah, but I'm not.
Well, also
sure
the key is just going to be endurance. Think of how many people started at on the same day as you that just don't fucking stream anymore.
Every day someone's quitting.
Yeah,
consistency.
Yeah. So staying genuine, stay consistent. I agree with all that.
I've been kind of approaching it like it's a job. Like, I want to make money. I want this to be a job. So I'm going to approach it in the way that I approach my 9 to 5, which is like, I start at 6:30 every night. Like, I stream every single day, or I have in December. And so it's like putting that work in and not worrying about like, oh, well, I need to tweak this and I need to make this better. And instead just worrying about being like consistent and dependable and coming at it like I would if I got a job at the office down the road, And so I think that's been important for what growth I've seen,
Agreed. Well,
I also wonder, I just had another thought real quick, and I wonder if people like Asmongold ever like look back on when they were like our size with fondness, like I mentioned stream avatars. Well, you get to a point where you have enough viewers that you can't do stream avatars. I'm seeing like Ziada is kind of at that point now where the bottom of his screen is just packed.
Yeah.
And it's like, you'd probably get to a point where you regularly have 500 viewers and you're like, man, I miss when it was like 10 people and I knew all of them and you had these really great conversations. Like, it would kind of suck having a chat that just scrolls like on crazy rapid and you have to close your Discord out to anyone except sub or to everyone except subs. That kind of sucks, right? So we're in a good position right now where we should really like focus on enjoying it and not worrying too much about the next step. Just enjoy the journey,
That's really well put. Yeah.
Also, another prediction, very short one. Twitch is gonna ban the word gay, woman, and kitchen.
Kitchen. I wasn't expecting kitchen.
Kitchen. Wow.
Like get in the kitchen?
Like no, I don't know. Like I just random word because the other thing when I saw that they banned the word, what was
Blind is the most recent one.
Virgin.
No, simp, incel, and virgin.
Yeah, like simp, incel. I don't like the banning thing, but virgin, like it's a normal word.
And there's an assumption there that being a virgin is somehow negative.
Yeah,
that's
not healthy. That was a bad thing.
Mentally healthy?
Nope.
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird.
I don't know. Like I know where they come from, but I don't know. I have used the word simp many times, and it's just a joke. Like I don't use it like pejorative. Like I don't know. It's like using gay. Like I don't want them to ban the word gay, even if there are people out there saying like, "Oh my god, this is so gay. You should stop doing that." Like you cannot ban the word gay.
I'm not a fan of any censorship ever in any case ever. I think, and I know that there are horrors that we don't want to like that can be used to alienate people and hurt people. But I just don't think censorship is the way, because it's, in my opinion, the more you tell somebody they can't do it, the more they want it. So it's the people. It's why is it a meme online to write the N-word? Because they've said that's the acceptable thing to do. And we as humanity understand how absolutely ludicrous that is, right? It's like the old Louis C.K. bit. You're just making me say it.
Yeah, I'm thinking
right?
it in my head now. Yeah,
You're just making me think the word. Like, you're passing the onus on me, right? So it's, I'm all for just saying, like, you know, if you talk like that, you're not allowed here. So I'll ban you from my thing.
Yeah.
But
There's individual word filters like every creator can manage. So why do they think they need to do it for us?
I think all censorship like that is a bad move. Always.
This might be one of the reasons a new platform is needed.
Yeah. A backlash, perhaps. I do like the stance that a lot of people I've spoken with have taken, that it should be in the streamer's hands, that it's a case by case basis. And if we're talking about these things called digital communities, then well, what is a community if not something based upon common values or common based values? And that might change from room to room, from stream to stream, you know. So yeah, I think it should be in the streamer's hand, and these blanket umbrella bans are kind of disrespectful to the issues themselves and the complexity of the issues underlying the words.
Yeah. And to be honest, give me the chance to ban people. Like, if someone comes in my chat and they say something about sims or incels, I will be just like, bye.
It feels so good too. I banned my first person a couple weeks ago. It was great. I can't wait.
Was that the guy from the Half-Life community?
Yeah, Half-Life guy.
The priorities are just so skewed because they're willing to ban certain words but not introduce words. Like, they refuse to introduce the trans tag, which is actually making it more harmful and just you know.
Yeah, go
ahead. It's just like you know, people who maybe are non-gender or are gender fluid or non-binary, they have to deal with people coming in asking, are you trans? Are you trans? Are you trans? When it's like they could just implement a simple tag and alleviate a lot of stress for those people.
Right.
I do. Like, why are you busy banning words instead of implementing? And then
why are people so concerned with whether or not they're trans? That's my concern. I'm like,
creepy.
Yeah, whenever I see that, I'm just like, does that change anything for you? Right. And also, like 90% of the time, if you think it, if there's something that's cluing you in, then maybe they are. And like, I don't know, like, man, what if somebody just walked into your chat and was like, yo, do you got a small dick? Like, like, it's none of your fucking business.
You know? Where are your priorities?
Yeah, like, why are you asking? I'm playing Final Fantasy, for Christ's sake, you know? It has nothing to do with that. I can't stand that.
Yeah, they need to be adding more stuff than taking stuff away.
I agree. Yeah.
Agreed.
Rather than take things away, add tools for streamers to help create their space.
Give us agency.
That is obvious. It's obvious what you're going to see, right? Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
I feel like that's a great note for us to maybe start wrapping this thing up. This has been great, guys. Really loved hearing your reflections on the year and some of these projections as well. Thank you so much for joining us.
What a year it's been.
Thanks for having us.
Y'all are the best.
I'm excited for what we've got. This is not promotion because by the time this is out, it will have already happened. But I'm super psyched for the Fellowship of the Stream, which is what? How many days away is that now?
That's 7 days. Yep.
Yeah, I'm super amped for that.
September 26th, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Hey, I gotta say, just between you and I, I'm actually kind of amped for some Fortnite. Not gonna lie, like I kind of felt joy killing someone in that game. I don't know. I just imagined them as a child.
Fuck, my 2021 prediction should have been that Porto's going to become a Fortnite streamer.
The most toxic Fortnite streamer on the internet.
Yeah, and it was all Aguskun's fault for bringing it up.
Maybe let's you know, what's coming up in the future. Where can we find you? We'll just, like, you know, each say goodbye. You know how it is. You know what I'm saying. Like, Agus, where can we find you? What are you doing? What are you working on?
You can find me pretty much in all these people chat. I'm there many times.
It's true.
But you can find me in the twitch.tv/AguskunJP. And I will. What I'm gonna do next year? Probably like I want to do more challenges, like more like speedruns. If the Final Fantasy VIII speedrun goes well, I would like to explore that a little bit more. And I play mainly like RPGs. So like and probably I'm gonna play the Souls games next year too. Dark Souls.
Yeah.
So yeah, excited about that.
And what about your YouTube channel?
Oh yes, like there is this Game Grinders. There is only one episode released about The Last of Us 2, so the next one is coming soon. Might be someone in this room might be there. It's about Final Fantasy VII Remake. And many more to come in the future, hopefully, if I can manage the time to create them. So yeah.
Look forward
But you have to search Game Grinders AguskunJP, and you will find it in YouTube.
Link in
Go
the
on
description.
Grinder, search games. Yeah. Yeah.
Go on Grinder. Nice. Audax.
I'll just be streaming, over on Twitch. I'm on Twitter too. You can also check out my weird underground electronic music as AECK on Bandcamp or SoundCloud. But in particular, it's coming up, like you just mentioned, the Fellowship of the Stream is going to be on December 26th over on my channel twitch.tv/AudaxSmoke. All you lovely people, my friends, are going to be there with me. We're going to tear it up. We're going to have some fun. Celebrate the closing of this year. So I'm really looking forward to that. But yeah, I'll just be doing the thing as usual. Enjoying it. Fuck Instagram. It's dying. Don't make a streamer Instagram.
I'll take.
It's pointless. Unless you take photos of your cat every day. But anyways.
Cranberry Pudding, Cran and Doherty.
You can find me at the real Bucko on Instagram.
Really?
I just made a new
Don't fuck
Instagram. No. But actually, you can. I am at the real Bucko on Instagram and on Twitter. I'm going to be posting things on that in the new year. I plan to actually start using. But I have some decent plans coming up for the new year. I'm going to get back into fighting games because that was something I loved doing in the summertime. We used to do Wednesday night fights, and it kind of died out when I had to go back to school. But I plan on doing that again. And I'm really going to be I'm really looking forward to doing some co-streams with some people this year.
Yeah.
Like playing some games, some multiplayer games with different streamers. Doing it at the same time, kind of just is a way to sort of mix communities and meet new people. And yeah, I'm really excited for it.
Awesome. Trouty.
You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/MyNameIsTrout. I'm on Twitter. That's at Trout on Twitch. And if the Twitch thing doesn't work out, you can find me on a street corner selling my body so I can make rent.
Yeah.
I might pay.
All these links will be in the description as well. I'll get them all and toss them in the description.
Cool.
Yeah, and I'm on Twitch, and of course, content. I'm going to keep doing this content stuff. I really, it's been one of my favorite projects of the year, and I just look forward to seeing where this creative process takes us all. It was nice to sort of get, even though it wasn't a full year, but the better part of a year into this, and just, I guess I'm just excited to see where it goes and where it takes us. Thank you so much for your time, guys. Thank you for listening. If you got through the 7th hour mark that we're probably at, and hey, Happy New Year, guys.
Cheers.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Yep.
See
Have
you
a
all
good
next
one,
year.
y'all.